People are getting completely burnt out from sharing their face all the time on these video calls. And the truth is, we're doing it more than ever before because the world has changed and we're having a lot more meetings. Back in the day, you'd have to be really on your game for those 3 or 4 meetings, but nowadays we're having 10, 11, 12, 13 meetings a day, and that video is always on. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times where sharing your face during the meeting is the right thing to do. And the easiest way to think about it is, would the meeting be more effective? Would this meeting make more sense in person? Maybe these are strategy meetings, or your one-on-one meetings, or your internal team meetings. These are times where actually showing and demonstrating your expression would actually make a difference. Now, there's one other side I want you to think about. Consider meetings where sharing your face shows a level of respect. Anytime maybe you're meeting with your boss or clients, prospects, obviously. Even you should be doing this when you're meeting with vendors. A lot of folks don't do that when they meet with their vendors, but if you were in a normal world, there's a good chance you'd be having these meetings in person. So I think it shows a level of respect. The last thing I would add, there are meetings where showing your face at the right time demonstrates a level of EQ that is necessary in business and personal relationships. It will give you an advantage. It'll show authenticity. Now, let's take this idea 180 degrees in the other direction. Imagine a world where you have meetings where it is mandatory to turn off the video. And it's an interesting concept because it will give people a break. But you have to think about the meeting and where sharing your video would actually bring value. So if you're doing a lot of screen sharing, I think those are the meetings where sharing a face should literally be prohibited. Now, having said that, it does pose a big challenge because the distractions will come in. When you're not sharing your face and you get that text or you get that email, it's so easy to get distracted and look at it, especially when you're not being called upon. So the burden really falls on both parties, to the employees and the individuals, to just have some form of self-discipline and to know when you're in a meeting, it is important. One last tip. If you're in a session where you're sharing screens and thus not sharing your faces, something that can work is to take turns between participants as to who's going to be sharing the screens. In essence, keep everybody engaged even though you're not seeing their faces.